hours you washed your mind. All right, some people wash their mind. How do we wash our mind, right? Like we're bombarded by all this violence, by this UC Berkeley signing contracts with British Petroleum, with BP, and we have police brutality, and we have also our inner struggle like of jealousy and insecurity. So how do we do that? So I live in East Oakland, and it is liquor forest. You know, I don't say that it's a food desert because it's very well designed. So it's a food apartheid. So how do we get rid of that? So if anything, I would like you to, one, start practicing a way that you can wash your mind. And today is Earth Day, but really, every day is Earth Day. And every minute, we need to be honoring the Earth as citizens of the world. And I've seen some people planting already stuff as we go along. That's beautiful. Can you imagine if we live in a society in communities where you just go to a park and there's food, local organic food? And I have a story. In East Oakland, we been gleaning some trees, and a neighbor, we knock at the door of a neighbor. She has this beautiful 40-year-old orange tree, and we gleaned 250 pounds of fresh local organic oranges, and we give them away as unconditional love. And this is East Oakland, where people say that is violence, that is scarcity, but it only takes to change the lens of how we look at life, so that we move from scarcity to abundance. So this wasn't just a gift to Oakland or to the Bay Area, it was a gift from Oakland to the Earth community. So that's a kind of a giftivism. And we know that healthy and local food is the foundation of social justice. So that's why I encourage you that every single time that you see an empty lot, disobey with great love and convert it into an urban garden, into an urban farm. And if you go to your books, some of the books, and look what is this 40 acres and 2 mules mean? 40 acres and 2 mules. Well, we're gonna make it happen. So, if you really work for liberation, stop paying for war. Disobey with great love, be informed, and do it beautifully. Alright? This is what we're doing right now. We're working for liberation. We're gonna stop paying for war, and that comes in many different things, like UC Berkeley. I came to this part of the planet because of that, but it's time to put principles and before profits and titles. So let's stop paying for war, disobey with great love, be well informed, and do it beautifully. And for that, we need to look into our heart as well. Okay? So how are we going to change the lenses where we're looking? We say that we move from scarcity to abundance. This is a kind of giftivism, right? Giftivism. The other shift that we need to experience is from transaction to trust. We have those oranges and we could sell them, but we won. You don't sell that to family. What would it look like to live in a community where we treat each other as sisters and brothers? And this has been done by our brothers.
It's going to be a great day.
For many decades.
This
is not new. We just give it as a gift.
Just wait and see.
So instead of paying something in return, we give it with no strings attached. From transaction to trust. From consumption to contribution. All of a sudden, you might think that you are consuming what I'm saying, but it's not. I am getting the most beautiful present that you can give to any human being, and that is your attentive presence. So all of a sudden, I'm getting from you So you're becoming, instead of consumers, you're contributing, from consumption to contribution. 4, lens, the shift to giftivism, is from isolation to community. We can do think about ourselves. We need it so everything about me, no one cares. But if it all of a sudden is about from me to we start talking about it and we can make it happen, right? And then the last one, from perfection to wholeness. Perfection always has a reminder that there's a little thing that needs to get done. How we doing? All right, beautiful. So I just want to keep you a figure in your mind. We've been paying $10 trillion in the wars in the planet we call Afghanistan and Iraq. $30 trillion to bail out the banks and not the people. But how much is a trillion? A trillion. If you count $1 per second, how long do you think it will take you to count until a trillion? Any guesses?
36 hours.
36 hours. More? 1,000 years. It will take you 32,000 years to count $1 per second. 32,000 years. And we are doing that, 320,000, that's 10 trillion, and with almost 1,000,000 years it will take you to count all the money that we gave to the banks a few years ago. That's the size of our madness and needs to stop. We need to disobey with great love. The same when we are giving contracts to British Petroleum and BP. BP give $500 million to UC Berkeley to find the remedy to our madness of consumerism. Instead of spending $500 million, just spend $5 million on permaculture. You don't need to do that GMO research that they're doing. And this is the part where I want to close. In the part of the planet we call India, people got organized from all, like here, you look around, this is beautiful, look around. The diversity, the ages, the color of skin, gender is beautiful. Well, in the part of the planet we call India, they got, why are we selling cotton and buying back the clothes from the British? That doesn't make sense. So why don't we start doing our own clothing? And after 30 years, they became self-reliant. And once they have that, they start doing bonfires with the British clothing. And that helped a lot to reach part of the independence in that part. So that was beautiful because every single person can plug into creating their own clothing, from putting the seed, from watering or harvesting, spinning wheel, wearing the clothes, or just being in the change. Well, now, 100 years later, we have a planetary movement, and that is around healthy and local food. Every single person can plug into that healthy and local chain. And that is because we can put from the seeds to compost, watering, to go supporting our farmers market, to having a local urban, just eating healthy, or even just washing dishes and even just eating healthy food. And that will create a sense of a planetary movement. And then we can be making bonfires with the GMO seeds of Monsanto, and we can make bonfires with passports and visas to reclaim our right to walk in the planet as citizens of the world. So the earth is but one country, and all living beings, its citizens. This is what it means. Thank you all for your attention, and may all become compassionate, courageous, and wise. And remember, if you really work for liberation, stop paying for war. Disobey with great love. Be informed and do it beautifully.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Pancho. Woo. Okay, can everybody yell as loud as they can? right now. Okay, that was totally not as loud as you can, and it wasn't everybody, but we're going to do it again later, so I don't want to wear your voices out. Okay, so thanks again for coming. We have two quick announcements. There's a petition over there if you want to take a look at it. And we also have People's Park 43rd anniversary coming on April 29th from noon to 6. Nuki the Bear says only you can demilitarize. So if you want to go check that out, that's on the 29th. Coming up next, we have Melvin Dixon. We also have Mayday coming up, which everybody should know about. Okay, so keep your ears open for Mayday.
Hey, Occupy Unity.
So we have our
how's it
friend
going?
Melvin Dixon
Thank
over
you,
here, who is a
Earth
former
and
member of the
Unity,
original
for
Black Panther Party,
rebroadcasting.
which is pretty cool. He is also the current chairman of the commemoration committee for the Black Panthers. So we have an awesome slice of history standing right behind me. He's going to talk about some of the goals and principles of the Black Panther Party and some other thoughts that he has on things that are going on today. So give a round of applause for Melvin.
Thank you, and special thanks to Pancho, who just spoke.
And I can see the chat too, so if you guys have any questions,
If you don't know, that
feel
was part of the
free
Black
to
Panther
type them
Party
into the chat.
goals and principles, and we still are fighting for the 40 acres, and more people's involved in it. So I'd like to say right on to that. But I also want to point out the fact that we are challenged today as never before, as you probably know, because the stakes are high. And anybody here live in Berkeley? Could you raise your hands? Okay. Berkeley right now has a campaign. I'm just going to say this, announce that right now downtown is being taken over, as you know, by the corporations, and I think of Manhattanization when I think of what they plan to do with Berkeley and build the high-rises and bring it on. But I see that as part of the 1% attacking our East Bay, and we need to address it because they are by people like Sam Zell, who's a world-class exploiter. He's owned more property than most people around the world, and he is the person who is largely responsible for promoting this Manhattanization of Berkeley. So if you want to Google both Sam Zell and the University of California, and you'll get all the details and all the stuff you want to find out about. I think that's an issue because it ties into what we're about here today. We're talking about land, we're talking about the basic food, we're talking about the right of sustainability, and we need to move on that. So Berkeley is a part of that, so we don't want to overlook these things. But I understand that we can't do everything. There's a couple of points I want to make because during the time of the Black Panther Party, we had a program we called the 10-point platforming program, and through that we was able to build programs, and those programs was the glue that brought us together and kept us focused in terms of the community and what was needed. And it also engaged people, that residents and people that are not here at this rally, that we want to get here at this rally, right? So we need those programs, whether gardening programs, we need food programs, we need housing, and we need to take the land back. So I want to say that up front. I'm going to read one of the main principles of Black Panther Party 10-point program, point number 10. If you are familiar with the Black Panther Party, you must be familiar with the 10-point program. But I know many of you weren't born during the days of the Black Panther Party, so the 10-point program is, in my view, is still relevant, and particular point number 10, because it sums up what the platform is about. So I'm going to read to you, and hopefully we can reflect on it, and but this is the main point I want to make. Point number 10 states, we want land, bread, housing, education, clothing, justice, peace, and people's community control of modern technology. So that is the demand.
Hey,
so we base it
Occupy
on the
108.
theory of that.
There's lots of puppies
And we
here.
use the Declaration of Independence, excerpt from it. When in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political band which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and nature God entitles them. A decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impels them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their creators and with certain unalienable rights, that among these are the life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, I should say women's as well, men deriving their just power from the consent of
You're
the government.
welcome, Omkar.
That whenever any forms of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute a new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudent, indeed, will dictate that government long established should not be changed for light and transit causes, and accordingly all experience has shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer while evils are sufferable than
His
to
name
right
is
themselves
Melvin,
by abolishing
and
the
he's
forms
a former
to which
member
they
of the Black Panther Party,
are accustomed.
and is speaking about
But
the
when
Black
a
Panther
long
Party
train of
principles.
abuses and usurpations pursuing inevitably the same object evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Thank you.
Next up, we're going to have the last speaker, Carla Perez.
If we can get Carla up here, she should be up here shortly. So Carla is a mom, local resident, and organizer in the community. She's a super rad mom, and her baby's adorable, which I'm sure you'll see shortly. But in the meantime, let's yell super loud again. Ready? We're going to yell as loud as we can. 1, 2, 3. I don't know. That was pretty quiet. Here's Carla. You guys are free from the grasp of screaming.
Also, please stick around. After Carla speaks, we're going to have a couple more activities. So, yeah, just stick around.
What's up, Berkeley? I'm glad she got your lungs going because I don't do quiet crowds. I just don't do quiet crowds. So if it's too quiet, I might just, okay? So let me hear you one more time. All right, we're getting there. So again, my name is Carla Perez, and it's my pleasure, my deep, deep pleasure to greet you this morning on Earth Day. Happy Earth Day! I'm an Oakland resident, I'm a mom, I'm an organizer, and I'm committed to the earth, and I'm committed to people, and that's why I'm here. I'm committed to breaking that false divide, right? And I'm committed to working to break the structures and all the infrastructure that holds that false divide in place. Now, I was thinking about Earth Day earlier. I was like, Earth Day, Earth Day. Earth Day was established in like 1970 by a senator or something like that. Isn't that funny? To bring awareness about environmental issues. And I was like, I bet you that senator never thought that Earth Day would be a platform for a people's movement called Occupy to establish real democracy in the United States. So it's wonderful. So thinking about it that way, it makes me really, really happy to be here on Earth Day, right? And the reason why they would have never imagined that
is because for far too long, since the establishment has been telling us about what the problems are, they've been talking about water contamination, species extinction, right? Soil degradation, right? Bringing, presenting, popularizing, and fundraising for those issues without ever having any intention of dealing with the real root cause of those problems. Isn't that right? Right? Root causes like capitalism. Root causes like the fossil fuel economy. Root causes like rampant imperialism. And a root cause like a severe lack of reverence and respect for creation, right? For Mother Earth, right? It's like they can't exist at the same time.
Yeah, there's
so
a
we
cello.
have to fight for
There's a
freedom
band. It was awesome.
and liberation for the people at the same time that we build our connection to our Earth home, to our mama. Okay, now we're going to get marching afterwards. I know you already heard that, and so I want to get us going with a little chant that a friend of ours from the East Coast taught us this last week, me and some friends of mine. So are you ready to sing? Yeah. A little bit? Okay. Me. Get your voice going. I'm going to try and hit a pitch that everybody can hit. Ready? It goes like this. We're going to march. Who are we marching for today? The Earth. We're marching for the Earth. And as far as people are concerned, who are we marching for today? 99. Okay. So we're going to say very simply, we are marching for the 99. We are marching for the 99. Repeat. We are marching for the 99. We are marching for the 99. One more time. We are marching for the 99. 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 All right. Keep that tune in your head. We're going to come back to it. So at this time, indigenous, land-based people and the urban working class are still the most vulnerable, right, in the face of the economic crisis and the ecological breakdown, right? So building the skills to grow our own food, to catch our own water, to educate our own kids, to heal ourselves, these are the kind of skills that we need to build for the long run, for the long haul, to carry us through. Our movement might look like something else. It might be called something else in a few years, but whatever it looks like and whatever it's called, we have to all start building that community interdependence again, right? The best thing we can do with Earth Day is look at the Earth closely. How does the Earth function? How has she functioned all this time? And go, wow, she's pretty incredible, pretty smart, pretty flawless. Maybe we can take a few lessons from her, right? And start building that again. And the people of consciousness and people of heart need to take responsibility and step up, as we're starting to do, to build our own institutions and pave that way for the future we want to see, because we can. Because we can't trust the system to deliver us clean water. We can't trust the system to give us medicine that heals us and doesn't hurt us. We can't trust the system to educate our children, can we? We can't trust the system to provide us food that doesn't poison us at the same time. But there is knowledge among us. There is ancestral knowledge. There is current knowledge. There's a marriage of Western and Eastern. Okay, there's knowledge among us. And so let me see your hand. Let me see your hand, first of all, if you have a parent, grandparent, or a great-grandparent that farmed or some other way cultivated food to feed themselves and their family. Right? It's in your blood. Now let me see your hand if you currently garden in your home. How about if you currently garden in a community garden?
Yay!
How about if you currently grow food on a school farm, or you're part of something like that?
I get to raise my hand again.
How about if you have some connection or work to support
I wish they were.
local farms in our bioregion? Right? They're our friends. They're important to us. So, what are we going to do for the 99 besides march? Right? We need to liberate, like the comrades before me said, right now, equal with liberating ourselves is liberating the earth. Because at the time that the earth was shackled, the people were shackled too. And when people were taken from the land, that's when the land started to suffer. Right? So we need to liberate the earth. We want to free the earth for who? For the 99. Right? So let's see. Let's see if you remember the tune. Let's try it again. Free the earth for the 99. 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 All right, well, I hope you guys get a little louder when we're on the road, okay? Because right now we're going to be on the path to spreading our message through the streets, right? We want to make that connection.
Hi, gentle bear.
For everyone that can hear us to take advantage of this time when there's as many opportunities as we've seen in a long time to reclaim land, reclaim our right to land that has been stolen from the people that used to inhabit this beautiful place.
Thanks, Nat.
And then kept from us by institutions that were protecting the economy. Right? It's our right. And my homeboy, my comrade, Gopal always says, if it's the right thing to do, you have the right to do it. Is that right?
Right. If it's the right thing to do, you have the right to do it.
Here's for the work that we have to do together. It's important that we understand that this is the battle. This is the work. We may not win at every stage in this fight, but what's more important than that is that we understand what the fight is, that we understand what we're fighting for. That's the most critical part. So I want to say thank you to everyone who organized this rally today, who built the chicken coops, who brought the food, who brought their families, who brought their bikes. I want to thank everyone who brought garden tools, everyone who's holding it down in their neighborhood pods, who's doing mass education, who's working in the schools, who's teaching the children, who's passing on the values, that's making this movement happen, keeping it alive. Right? So we're going to get ready to go marching down the street, and I want to just call attention to the family brigade back there where you see a big bunch of balloons floating around. So we want to create a safe and inviting environment for families to be part of this movement, right? And feel good, feel supported, feel safe. So you look out for the brigade with the balloons. And right now, you're going to point your attention to the Brass Liberation Band. Say, hi, BLO Orchestra. And they're going to lead us. They're going to lead us on the way.
Okay.
I thought we were going to have activities.
If anybody...
Hey, if anyone here has a car or a truck that can help, we can all work together and load up some of these tables and the food and some other things like the seed balls and the library, and we can move them with us.
I'll go get the band for one quick second, but I'm just going to tell you guys that I won't be streaming the march, but I will be back live when the march reaches its destination. And that was something that was prearranged with the organizers of the event. So if you guys are watching, this is in Berkeley. It's Earth Day in Berkeley, and we're going to march. I will be shutting the stream down for the march, and then I will be coming back up live again when we reach the destination. Yeah, we're going to march. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to shut the stream down right now, and then I'm going to march. So if you want to take somebody else that needs a ride or something.
Well, I'm about to go get my car because I don't want to get late, but they're going to get late.
Okay. Cool. So the stream's going down. We'll be back up shortly.